This is CJ's story.
Going to school and stuff, people that have siblings, they would say certain things about their siblings. But obviously mine was completely different. So just the whole experience of not having someone, apart from my parents, in my house that I could talk to, but yet having a brother was kind of weird growing up like that. At a younger age, I was probably a bit more self-conscious. So when people were looking at my brother or looking at me, it was kind of weird.
CJ's older brother Matthew is disabled.
Because I was quite young and Matthew was always been very strong, it wasn't really wise for me to kind of look after him one-on-one. So not being able to actually do that while seeing my parents sometimes get frustrated or be tired was difficult because I couldn't really properly help out. I could only really help them, but I kind of wanted to be more involved in helping him out. At the time, when I was younger, that was definitely quite difficult. I was realizing that, I can't talk to him as a brother. I can, but not kind of get a response. So again, that was quite difficult at a younger age. Wanting someone to play with or just someone to kind of spend time with as well. That was a bit different. But now I'm kind of an older age. I can look after him when my parents are away. So obviously we have a good relationship. So he knows, he's very good at kind of recognizing voices, smells, sounds. So he obviously recognizes me quite very well. And we play music together, take him for walks, feed him and everything as well. So yeah, we have a very good relationship, definitely. I understand his needs more than others, obviously. So I look after him most of the time, or support my parents if they need anything. Now it's just normal for me. There's still some niggles. So for example, he'll be awake early hours. So it's almost like having a baby for 21 years, basically. So it has been very different in terms of living in a household with him. I have to buy certain foods, he won't eat certain foods, making sure that the house is always kind of tight, you can't have obstacles in the way. So you have to be very conscious about the way that you live with him. But for me, it's become normal life. But yes, it's very different, definitely.
How has growing up with Matthew affected your faith?
Someone like Matthew, realistically, in the stuff that he goes through, he shouldn't really be smiling or he shouldn't really be happy because the guy can't talk, There was a time where he was paralyzed, like his whole bottom half of his body was paralyzed, but he was still clapping to hymns, still singing songs, still enjoying life. And something like that is just powerful in terms of the way that, someone that's in such a situation can still be positive, can still have such a positive outlook on life and good relationships with other people. It just shows kind of your strength, and it kind of helps me with my strength in my faith as well, strength in my friendships and in myself as well. So it's definitely had a positive impact on my faith and strengthened it, and a lot of other people as well have been positively influenced by his kind of testimony and the way that he acts as well. So
we asked CJ to tell us what he would say to someone else about living with disability.
It's easy to look at the negatives, how it might restrict you from going out or might cause you to kind of not be able to enjoy your life. But there's always positives in the situation. For example, with Matthew, again, the fact that he's such a simple person, all he wants is just a smile and a hug and some music. There's always a positive, and eventually it becomes something that's part of your life and something that you kind of enjoy doing. Like you wouldn't really imagine yourself without that person. And you realize there are a lot of kind of positive things that come from living with them and experiencing life with them. So you've got to be patient, definitely, to get used to it, but have an open mindset in terms of how you're gonna, take positive stuff from it.
CJ shared about his experience of ASNA.
Being involved in ASNA is definitely something that has, again, shaped me a lot positively as a person. With my relationships, not just with my brother, but with people with disabilities. So it's amazing how, when I walk along the street and I see people with disabilities or anything, like I can automatically understand kind of what they're going through, what the situation might be. And that's something that not a lot of people have, that kind of empathy to be able to understand that situation. But something that ASNA does for me, and I'm sure for other people as well, is to give people that empathy with people with disabilities.
For more information, visit www.asna.info.